The aim of this vidcast is to explain the conventions of academic writing when writing reports. The vidcast is divided into 2 chapters. Chapter 1 explains how to lay out a report and gives an example of one approach to a typical question in the early stages of a programme. Chapter 2 focuses on one paragraph in the introduction and shows some possible problems and demonstrates how to correct these. This is one example of how you should follow through the writing process to understand the question. First of all, take the questions apart to identify how to write the answer, identify how to focus the answer, how to prompt questions about the topic, to identify key supporting ideas, to give a guide to further reading and gather evidence, and finally, how to construct a plan for the answer. This gives an example of the report format. It suggests that you decode and clarify the question by first of all considering the task words, which are highlighted in red, then identifying the content words, which are highlighted in blue, and noting the terms of the question, which are highlighted in green. Then the next thing one should do is specify the main topic, particularly the areas that are going to be covered. Then consider how to select your material and put them into notes. Then work out a simple outline for your report. Then write key conclusions. And finally, consider the word count. This is one example of a question for a report. Explore the variation in magnitude of the flux and flux leakage with changes in material in core type transformers, shell type transformers. And this question asks for 1,500 words. You will note again that the task word is in red, which is explore. The content words are in blue, which is variation in magnitude, material, core type transformers, shell type transformers. You will also notice that the terms flux and flux leakage changes are in green. This is a diagram of the report structure. Each subheading explains what should be placed under the headings. Notice the introduction and conclusion are approximately 10% of the word count. If your overall report is 1,500 words, this means you are expected to write approximately 150 words for the introduction and 150 words for the conclusion. However, again, please check the assessment guidelines as the criteria may be different. This is an example demonstrating the purpose of the introduction, our background, which, as I said before, is about 10% of the word count. The introduction explains the main sections of the report in non-technical terms. It can include the references, and the reader should know about the layout of the report and the main ideas that will be discussed. This is an example of one paragraph. There are a number of mistakes contained in the paragraph. Before I explain the problems, can you see if you can identify some of these? Try reading the paragraph out loud. It may help you find the problems. There are 9 mistakes. This is a mistake with punctuation. There is no need for the comma between will and right. The purpose of a comma is to separate words, phrases, or clauses. This is a mistake with the punctuation. The word buildings has been repeated twice. This is an easy mistake to make, as often your eye sees what it wants to see before the message has been transmitted to your brain. The next bit demonstrates a series of phrases which do not connect. They do not link and do not seem to follow in a logical order. Indeed, they may have been plagiarized. This means that the writer may have copied a few sentences from the original text and then just placed them together into one paragraph. The next mistake is a website URL. A website URL has been used, which means that the referencing has been noted down incorrectly. Please do not use the URL when citing from a website. Where did the figure of 6 million originate? If you are reporting figures, then you must put in the author and year and support the data. This is the sample rewritten applying an appropriate academic style. Extract from introduction. This report will explain why buildings that emit low carbon are important in helping to reduce carbon emissions. The UK government is committed to this and has indicated this in its report, the UK Low Carbon Industrial Strategy, Department for Business Innovation and Skills, Department of Energy and Climate Change, 2009, full stop. The report will demonstrate some of the opportunities and challenges in constructing low-carbon buildings in the modern construction industry. These include topics such as skills, building design and building technology. The report will then examine new construction projects and existing buildings in that ... According to the DFT, 2009, £6 million will initially be spent on ... Try word processing your work in a font that is either sans serif, such as Arial, Courier or Verdana. These fonts are easy to read. Use font size 11 or 12, as again this makes it easier for you to read. If you save your work in double spacing, this helps you pick up mistakes. This stage of editing or proofreading is vital, as this helps you pick up extra marks as you notice small errors. Read your work in small sections, as your eyes become tired and you may find you're missing or repeating words. If you wish more information about any aspect of academic writing or would like to discuss your coursework, please contact the Learning Development Centre in room M534. This is on the 5th floor of the George Moore building. You can also make an appointment by emailing askldc@gcu.ac.uk or by phoning 0141 273 1230. If there is no one available to answer the phone, please leave your name and contact details and someone will get back to you as soon as possible. Alternatively, you are welcome to pop in to the Learning Development Centre, which is in room M534.